What's going on, man? It's an edition of Tapped In with Time Flies. It's actually a special edition of Tapped In with Time Flies. As you can see, I'm not in my studio with the restrictions because it wouldn't have been 18 niggas in here. It would have been 2-3 people minimum, maximum. You know what I'm saying? You know how they do over there. But I'm out here chilling right now with a couple guys. I'm going around the room like everybody introduce themselves. But before we start, man, I just want to say, listen, keep subscribing on YouTube. All the streaming platforms that Tapped In is on, keep going. I want to shout out to Andre Odom for coming through in the last episode. Big shout out to all his guys that went in the NFL draft that just happened. Kyle Pitts, Jason Oweh, just big time shit, man, coming from Philly. So, that's how we doing it. So I'm here, like I said, another edition of Tapped In with Time Flies. I got a couple guys in the room. We can go around and introduce everybody. I don't know how y'all want to start. I got like some sync shit. Like
Nah.
Left to right or right to left. Like
I'm Beale. First off, this is the Hyzer Club. Some of the artists and producers. We got Rose behind the camera. I mean,
MVOJ.
That amazing.
What's up? Keep you so crazy.
these guys on this couch. See, on this couch we the artists. On this couch they make the beats.
there we go.
And we got DB,
Producer.
Right. How y'all cause I can tell y'all been doing from artists to producer shit first. Like I don't know, we should have mixed it up a little bit. But how everybody come together, man, before we go ahead and jump into it. Like I like the vibe that got in here, just the real mellow, got the, you know what I'm saying, neon lights. I'm with all this type of shit. Like
The vibes.
yeah, man. How all y'all come together though, just to,
So essentially, I've been working on this idea, this like dream, same vision since I was about 15, 14. And I definitely went through a lot of different versions of this squad, but this is by far the best it's ever been as far as just quality, as far as other artists besides myself, and then like real quality producers who aren't just beat makers, like they making like timeless bops. That's how I feel. As far as how we all linked up, shit, I've been watching this motherfucker Deck for like 3 years, bro. He's a star. I've been watching him, been new. Keem kind of came with the Deck package, like they had already been working.
Yeah, we grew up together. Me and Deck grew up together since what?
Since, bro, I was still in fucking.
He was at like
Long
5
time.
school.
Oh yeah, I wasn't even thinking
man.
about music, honestly, for real. But shit just came together. I actually hit Ant up on Instagram, like, just like on some shit one day, like, yo, I should be on already. Like, yo, come fuck with me, blah blah blah. Like, bro, I wasn't even really expecting nothing from it, but like he like looked at my shit and was like commenting on it. I was like, bro, this is crazy.
Oh, ain't you like me then? Sometimes you got those request DMs be like the scariest place in the world sometimes, man. Like I ain't gonna lie.
That's where the magic happens.
It is. It's 50-50.
Hit or miss.
I done had some people in there that was on some. First of all, you got a million people in here that want to draw cartoons of you. You got the DMs like that from the guys that's working. So I like to pay attention to. And then it's like you got some other people in there that's just a little flaky, but that's definitely where the magic happens. So you pay attention, and you definitely got some people in there. You never know who you might link up with, or who you might come across with. So I definitely like to keep my options open. A lot of people don't think that people actually, especially somebody like me. I still be thinking like, yo, man, I'm nobody. I got some people in my DM, they be like, man, listen, I've been following you for years, and I've been doing this and that, and I see you with this and that person. And I'm like, man, listen, I'm a regular nigga from South Philly. Like, at the end of the day, like, no matter who you see me with, or who you see me buy, or who you see me work with, like, reach out. Like, you never know what I might need, or how we can connect. Like,
all of these people, my whole team right now that I'm surrounded by, I met them all on the internet.
Yeah, that's how we
And
go.
you know what's the craziest part about that? We all live in the same area.
Yeah,
And it took for us to meet on the internet.
That's one of the craziest. Real quick before we get into it, I want to tell y'all this Clubhouse shit, right? So y'all on Clubhouse, right? Or I don't know no more.
I went on there twice.
Yeah, it's over and done with. It was cool at first, and then people started like paying $50 to hear niggas moan on there, and I just was done with it. I was done with it. Yeah. So, but Clubhouse are kind of like in Philly, it's a lot of like different, like in any area, the creatives. You know the people in your area that's doing something, or working towards something. Like you may not know them personally, but you kind of, you heard of them. Like if you working towards something and somebody in the same lane or in this kind of in the same vicinity, you gonna know what's going on. You keep track of what's going on. And I guess it's a lot of ego thing, I guess, with men most of the time. Whereas though Aunt, you might be on some shit, and I'm on some shit over here, but I don't really know you like that, so I don't really keep my distance. Me and my guy, we over here, you over there. But it took for Clubhouse to kind of break that barrier for the city, for people to kind of come together. It's like, you got niggas like, I've been knew who you was and been knew what you was doing, but you know, it's an ego thing to where as though a lot of guys get driven away from not trying to link with people because it's like, yo, I don't really know you, like, or I don't want to see you doing better than me, and shit like that. So I kind of connected with a lot. Once we got past that on Clubhouse, I connected with a lot of people actually. And I've been like, that's kind of where I launched my Tapped In series. Like I was doing podcasting with my two co-hosts who I used to do my old podcast with for years. And I was like, you know what? Like one time I got a call, I was talking to my guy, Big Fendi, and I got a call from Wallow. And they was like, yo man, listen, you need to just go ahead and just do your own thing. You know, you got the resources, like people want to hear you. And once I did the Clubhouse shit, I just did my own series and the shit started rolling for me. I'm like, why not just do one-on-one interviews with people like guys like y'all that come together, y'all tell y'all story, and you know, we broadcast and get it out there to a larger audience and just, you know, tell more stories like this. This is the type of shit I like being around, and hearing like how this shit come together, because a lot of people don't think that the internet really is where a lot of this shit happens. Like
we about to tell you a funny story about DV.
Mm-hmm.
This guy right here. So first of all, I posted some shit on Instagram like, yo, I need an engineer. I need somebody just to record me. This guy over here DMs me. He pulls up one day. The same day that he pulls up for the first time is the same day we discovered DV. So we going through beats on my email, playing some shit. Mind you, it's hundreds of beats. Mad shit. Am I lying? Mad shit. We listening to all types of shit. We download some beats. We was like, yeah, these ones is hot. Mind you, we still not knowing. Do some shit to these beats. We like, all right, we need some more beats. Going back through, we like, not really finding none. Found some more shit. Go back through. Then at this point, we like, yo, where's the bull DV beats? Like, he had the hottest beats through all of these beats. Where's DV beats? Come to find out, I recorded like 4 songs to his beats, and the bull is from 10 minutes away. And we filtering through all of these beats from all over the world, all over the country, and the ones that we were drawn to the most was the bull who was from
right around the corner.
that did.
It's crazy because the funny thing about that too is when we linked, I tried to get Ant beats like 2-3 years ago, and clearly they were not up to par, right? But I feel like that's why it worked. Like it came around like full circle type shit. Like because we literally linked in a shed, bro. Like
the first time we cooked up, we linked in his shed in his backyard, and we made, what was it? Acai berry. Peter Pan.
Yep.
Those whole flurry of songs we did. We did like 6 to 10 songs within like 2 sessions, and then from there it was just like, all right, this is something. We gotta keep this shit rocking.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, sometimes you need shit like that, man. Like unexpectedly, like shit like this just come together. Like, especially like you not being the type of person to where though, you know, you don't look like or you feel like you in a higher position to where though, you know, you want to link with like certain people to where you still keep your options open and still pay attention to the people that isn't really like, I guess, in the spotlight per se or hasn't been there yet. So we definitely need more people like you, like people like us, to just pay attention, like keep our ears open, because you never know what the fuck you're gonna link up with.
I mean,
link up in the shed and you get fucking a million songs done.
my shit is like the underdog story. Like I love the underdog. I'm the underdog.
Yeah.
So when I see somebody who's blatantly the truth in their own right, and nobody knows about that, I feel obligated to push that because. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would want somebody to do for me.
Exactly. Yeah, so let's talk about that real quick. So just talk about the whole you getting into music. Like, when did that start? And how did it start for you specifically?
So I am half black, half white. So with that comes 2 different cultures off rip. I had my dad's side of the family, my dad listening to like all rap, Dipset, Blocks, Nas.
Heavy early 2000s.
Yeah, all of that. And then my grandmom's listening to Sade, fucking Luther Vandross, Earth, Wind and Fire, Michael Jackson, all of that. And then my mom is listening to freestyle 80s shit, like Diamond Boy, Love, you know what I'm saying? All of that type of shit. And then my aunt's listening to Linkin Park, Nickelback, Red Hot Chili Peppers,
All over. That's the
AC/DC. And then my grandma was listening to like Bye Bye Miss American Pie station. So I'm subconsciously getting all of this culmination of all of this music. And I'm gonna keep it real. At first, I wanted to sing. Chris Brown, when Yo came out.
Oh, I'm pretty sure everybody did it.
I wanted to sing, but I was ass at singing, and I was so shy. So I would just like dance in my bedroom when no one was around and sing and shit. But I would never do it in public. So then finally, I would write poems. My mom was actually like a super talented poet. She placed like second in like a nationwide like poetry thing. Like that's a whole separate story. But so I don't know. I guess I just had like that love for music and just writing. And then I started rapping. And then I would write raps. I just would write a whole bunch of raps, like fill notebooks with raps. And then my aunt's boyfriend was a rapper, and him and his friends had a studio like down the street from my house. And like they knew that I was into it, so one day they just invited me to the studio, and I made a song. And like just hearing myself back through the headphones was just it. I was in awe. I was 14 years old, so. I don't know, ever since like I heard myself back and I like over a beat, I just was hooked. I was addicted to it. And then I've just been on it ever since then.
Yeah, man, that's yeah, a lot of times shit like that happens. With me, my shit where I got into like it's crazy not really knowing like so I always tell people all the time like traditionally like growing up like through school, like whatever, like childhood, you know, a lot of people that tell you like you know, what do you want to be when you get older? Or what do you want to do when you get older? And we always got the options of like cop, firefighter, lawyer, doctor, all that shit. I was one of the kids that like everybody would pick something. I was like, man, I don't know what the fuck I want to be. Like at like 3rd grade, 4th grade, I'm like, man, I don't want to be none of that shit. Like all that shit's so boring.
Yeah.
I don't want to do none of that. I went through my whole life not knowing what the fuck at every level. Graduate middle school, what do you want to be? I don't know. Graduate high school, what do you want to do? I don't know. Like so. We never really had a spotlight on like a lane we could create for ourselves, like doing music. Like people don't tell us shit like this. Like people don't tell us this shit like exists,
right?
Or that it's like something that you can actually exactly like. We never really got that taught to us. Like so, I kind of make sure I get back and I give I keep those options open for people and let them know. Like listen, dog. Like I was one of the people that kind of sacrificed every fucking thing. Like literally bet on myself throughout every fucking phase of my life. Like. I don't want to do none of that shit. Like, I'm going to do this shit for myself, and then it'll come together at some point. Like, I can't tell you what it is exactly that I want to do or what I'm going to be, but it's going to come together at some point, and, you know, y'all can see it. So, I like hearing shit like this, like, to where a lot of people just, you know, chose their own lane for themselves and not just, you know, falling on statistics of, like, what society says what we should be doing or what the fuck should be going on. Like, so, I kind of want to get into everybody, hear your own stories. Like, we're going to come together. I want everybody to tell their stories of how they got into what they were doing. So, you can start from left to right, how you do with the artists and the beat makers, producers, like however, like.
Yeah, I'll go last because you already know me. So
We gonna answer. We can start from over here, bro. So I do get into it, bro.
So basically, when I was younger, my dad was really into like classic rock and shit, like the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, all that shit. So like he would make me play drums and my brother would play guitar. And he would play the bass guitar, and then like we just play all these shows and shit, and like we was good too. By the way, like there's videos still on YouTube and shit, like me young as fuck, like young as fuck, just like playing drums and shit, like. And then after that, like there was a point where like I didn't even listen to music like at all. Like only music I would hear was on the radio. Like I wouldn't even listen to like it just like wasn't hitting me. And then like. Around the time like Uzi and Yachty was coming up, like it was like, yo, I could do this shit too, like, cause these melodies and shit was already in my head, like as a kid playing music and shit. So I just started making shit on YouTube and whatnot, and then Keem got in here, like he started making beats and shit, and then once I started rapping on his beats, like I was like, yo, this shit could be some serious, like this could be serious, cause like it's all in house now, like. We doing everything ourselves, like. So that's how that came about, and
he was one of the reasons why I started like kind of like making beats too.
Yeah.
But I got that shit from my boy Peter. He came through with a crack version one day and he was fucking with us like, yo, this shit was tough. So I hop on that shit while he was like dropping, like, you know what I'm saying? He was already doing that shit already. So that's when I started going and I just said all that shit after, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all it really was like a couple people around the town like believing in me, and then
It was my man, older brother, that's how I met him.
yeah, I actually met him through my older brother, like they was classmates.
At his crib.
So
Young bullshit.
yeah,
I think that shit funny. That shit come together.
yep, garage man shit, like whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I recorded a million podcasts on Garage Man.
Garage
Bro, I used to run around.
Oh my God.
I used to run around with my laptop. Nigga, tell you my story. I used to run around with my laptop, my MacBook, and my book bag. I used to go everywhere over the city, bro. I would have like the musical directors of like stores like Foot Lockers and Sneaker Village and stuff like that. Like artists would come through the city and do pop-up shops and shit. And I would just pop up at everyone to kind of be in the face with the artist and the manager, the publicist, all that type shit. Like, so to the point that they would see me so much, the nigga just reach out to me like, yo, we got such and such coming through, or we got Davey, or we got whoever coming through this week to come through. AI, I would just be there. My best to fucking be there every fucking time and just keep running. And a lot of that made me build like a lot of healthy relationships with people I got now. Like, so as I get to certain points in the industry and shit, like I would meet these people and it's like, damn, I remember I used to be running around, just a book bag on, bro. I would be at fucking festivals, Made in America, all that shit. Can't tell you how I got in, but I was backstage. Like, so, and that's how, you build relationships, just being there and showing face and being around people, build the best relationships, bro. Best relationships. So, I'm with all that shit. All the orthodox shit, yo, if you gotta sneak your way backstage somewhere, I ain't gonna say do it. Like, I'm just gonna say just do it. Like, find a way to get back there, find a way to get next to people you need to be next to. Like, don't limit yourself to none of that shit. Like, find a way to do it. Because I was getting kicked out backstage by Remy Ma and Papoose. Like, it's a bunch of shit. Like, I done been through some shit, man. I'm not gonna lie. I done been through a lot of shit trying to do this media shit. But, we gotta start somewhere. So.
I think that's what it takes. In any field, if you're serious about getting to the vision that you have, it's mandatory that you go through shit.
Yeah.
And the shit that you go through, at least in my own personal experience, is looking back the best shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like once you get to the point where you got what you've been wanting, you know what I'm saying? It's not the same because it's different. When you're chasing it, you're hungry.
Yeah.
But when you get it, it's like now you gotta figure something else to be hungry at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to tell you. Like, the journey is the destination. Like, there's no end goal, because once you get to the goal that you got in your head, you're gonna want another goal.
Yeah.
And it never stops. It never stops. So just enjoy the journey. Enjoy where you're at right now, because that's the best time. You always gonna look back.
The same thing.
For real?
Yeah. Remember when we was talking in there and you was on the phone with your money manager?
Yeah.
He was telling me that. He was like, bro, y'all talking too much. Get out. But that's what he was talking about. He's like, bro, you gotta enjoy the journey.
No, that's $1,000%. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know. I might flip this, beat this, but today I actually signed like my first deal for actually financially which is good for me. Like my first contract. I appreciate it.
Congratulations.
Today, I had this shit last week, but I was still contemplating going over I can't believe over 5 years to get to this point and a bunch of shit went right, a bunch of shit went wrong, a bunch of shit I done sacrificed. I done put out more money than I'm getting back right now from this deal, but it's still good enough to where you prove to yourself that you would, you can turn this shit into something. So that's always a fucking great, like you said, the fucking journey is the fucking destination. I still was sitting there today, I had to call my brother. I'm like, damn man, I can't believe we actually, got to this point. But
and now that you're here, you realize that just because you got here, it don't mean nothing. Because you still got to go other places.
Yeah.
It's like you can't stop. You're not even satisfied. You looking at it like that don't even mean shit. We still got to keep going.
Every day I still search for what it is, because I used to think that this was this where we gotta go. Everybody wants to get signed. Everybody wants to start somewhere and take care of their family, have wealth, just a bunch of shit. Let's get a deal. That's the only main thing. Let's get a deal. You get there and it's damn, that wasn't the whole time. I'm still sitting damn, I just don't feel the I made it moment. It's a step. It's a step, but it's still I still feel
next deal.
Yeah, what the what's next? So now I kind of find I kind of find comfort in like helping people. Like I kind of like, well, I always wanted the person like I needed a person like me in position to where as though I didn't have nobody to come reach out to him.
Bro,
like,
I wish I had me.
I didn't have nobody like me, bro. So I try to make sure. That's why I said in the DMs, like I try to make sure I reach out to every single person I can. Like I might not get back to everybody because a lot of them talking bullshit, but I try my best to just pay attention and reach out to everybody. So as though like. Even if we don't really, it don't go nowhere, but if you just got like, you need any type of advice or like, some people like hit me up like, where do I start? How do I start? I'm like, I can't tell you, you just do it. Like, I can't tell you how to start or where to start, you just do it. Like, and just keep, next thing you know, you just find yourself on the path and you just doing something. You might not have that shit figured out, but just start doing something.
Listen,
like,
it's one foot in front of the other. You
exactly.
Like, I read some shit, it's like steps. Like, you can walk up an entire flight of steps, not seeing the top of the steps, as long as you take one more step. And if you go one step at a time, you don't gotta worry about the 5th or the 7th step.
Exactly.
You're not there yet. Just worry about what's in front of you right now.
Exactly. So yeah, man, we get a lot of fucking gems, man. I might have to get a book written. I'm gonna call Steve Harvey or some shit. Right, man. The context we got going on right now. But yeah, bro, we get into you, man. How you get into the music?
Bro, honestly, I've been just
Pretty girls in love with E. That's
pretty girls. Yeah, facts. Nah, but I've been really making music literally since I was born. I feel like I'm like one of the only people that like, cause I'm so young, so like I had all the technology.
Hold on, they don't know how old you are yet.
You don't need to know, but I'm younger than you think I am. For sure. Whatever you think I am, just go down, and that's what I am. But like, since I'm so young, like I had all the technology. It's like him, bro. You probably like back then, not even back then, but like when you was coming up, bro, like you had to actually go to a big ass studio and like, bro, like it wasn't even like laptops like that. Like you couldn't bring the laptop to the studio and just record off the laptop. You know
it
what
was
I'm
a
saying?
studio.
Exactly. Bro, I came up, everybody was recording on their phones, on their laptops. Everybody had an iPod Touch. So it's like, I really have been making music my whole life. And it was, you know, my parents are immigrants, so like, they wasn't really messing with it at first. Like, at first I tried it, I was trying to sing too. And then it was like,
I want to sing, yo.
It was like, nah.
Literally all of us.
It was like, nah, son. It was just, they made me, they was like, alright, you like music? Alright, we'll make you, like, you could do piano. So I was like, I was doing the piano, I did like competitions on like piano until I was about 10. And then I started playing basketball. And from there I was like, when I got to, I want to say middle school, 7th grade or 8th grade, I was ranked actually in 7th grade. And 8th grade I was like, nah, like I wanna rap for real.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, I just don't want to do this. Like, it was cool like going across the country like playing, but then I was like, I just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Cause like I was like, I'm not gonna put my all into this, so what's the point of doing it if I want to do something else?
Right.
So then I started making music. My mom was still not having a rap thing, so she was like, you could sing, but you can't rap. So I started off singing or whatever, just kept recording. And long story short, bro, I've been doing it for a long time. I've been making music for a long ass time, but like this, like I done tried it a million times, bro. I done kept trying it. I try something, it'll fail. Try something, it'll fail. Just like this whole music career thing, I done tried it a million times. That's why, like people be like, bro, you're so young. Like when they know how I'm like, bro, you're so young. Like how are you like doing this at your age? Or like how are your parents like cool with this? I'm like, bro, I've been doing this for like 6 years. So it's like I've been doing it. You know what I'm saying? So like after a while, it's like he said, like you keep taking them steps and you don't know where the end is, or you don't know like when you're finally gonna reach that goal, but you never know if you take that one last step. Don't quit, take that one last step, because that might be that's the door, where the door is at.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I just kept going and just working, honestly. Like every time something would fail, I'll just try something else. I ain't quit yet, so I'm just gonna keep
That's
going.
all it is.
Yeah. I'm the type of person, I got like a imaginary chip on my shoulder, yo, where I feel like I'm out to prove everybody fucking wrong. Like literally everybody. Like
It's not even that you're trying to prove people wrong, you're trying to prove yourself right.
Yeah, that too. The main
thing. Right. It's the anti-chip.
Exactly. I was like,
you know
listen.
what I mean? It's the inverted chip.
I remember one time, like my girlfriend now, right? We used to get into like a lot of times, like a lot of people, if you're not in this like this type of like where you're chasing something that's like not like traditional way of like living, a lot of people won't really understand like shit that you go through. Like I remember when I first like got into like shit, I would have like my Big Fendi, who like I said, who manages Fabulous. he came to like they came to Philly one night, like was like, yo, we gonna be in the club tonight. Literally called me like 12:30 a.m. Like, yo, come out to the club with us tonight. I'm in the bed with my girl. Like Saturday night.
She's like,
I get the call.
Like, what?
I'm like,
It's over.
I'm like, listen. She like, I'm like, I gotta go to the club. Like, she like, what? Gotta go to the club. I'm like, listen. So they don't really understand that type of shit. Like, and it's like, well, why? What's at the club for you? Like, what you doing?
Yeah,
like, you about to get signed? What da da da? I'm like, no, not about to get signed. I'm just be at the club.
Yeah.
Like, that's really what it is. And they like, so she's like, I don't understand. Like, you going to the club just be around a bunch of. I was like, sometimes it's not for you to understand. Like, I can't really explain it to you, but it's just shit you gotta do. Like,
100%.
you gotta do shit like that. Sometimes it's shit you might even want to do. But I'm like, listen, I took my ass to the club. I'm like, listen, we gonna reconcile later on. Like, I know we good. Like, so you just gonna have to deal with this tonight, and I come back at like 3:33 a.m. and we gonna be good. So, but you do a lot of that shit in the journey too, to like where it go. Steps that you gotta take, like, it's necessary. And this shit you don't wanna do. A lot of times this shit you don't wanna do, and it's not gonna fucking make sense to anybody at all. Like, it's not gonna make sense to anybody but you. I lost a lot of people like that on this.
I just got it tatted on my neck. If they love you, they'll forgive you.
Exactly.
So it's almost like, if you love me, you'll get over it. I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah, for sure.
At some point you will.
For sure.
At some point you will.
I hear that. Everybody be like, yo, like, I don't know, cause I just be moving so much as a young cat. Like, bro, like, I just be moving. Bro, who you know my age go to LA by themselves?
Nobody.
Like, bro, I just came back from LA, bro. I went by myself. I didn't know the boy I was staying with. I'm not advising nobody to do that. But I didn't know the boy I was staying with. I didn't know what I was going out there to do. It's like, bro, I wasn't going out there to do anything. Like, I just went out there because I was going to make something happen.
Yeah.
And it's like, people be like, bro, how's your mom let you do that, bro? I'm like, bro, I've been doing it for 6 years.
Yeah.
It's like, not LA, but like, bro, I'm talking about like, bro.
I just wonder how old you are.
Bro, like, bro, I'm 14, bro. I was like 14, bro. I was like 14. I'm talking about, I'm like, yo, mom, like, you need to drive me to New York. She's like, for what? I'm like, nah,
That's a young cat.
But bro, I still with your mom. That's a fact.
Listen, but sometimes you take that, to take your mind apart, you see like, yeah, he not giving up on this shit. So I'm
for sure.
I'm out to lend a hand.
My mom still call me every day. She's like, where you at? I'm like, the studio. She's like, what are you doing in the studio? She's like, you record every day. I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
She's like, how many songs do you record? I'm like,
A lot.
A lot.
I'm on my 10th one today.
literally.
That might be my 11th. So yeah.
When I told my mom I didn't want to go to school no more, you told me that shit was like heartbreaking.
I know
You
it.
I mean, but like now at this point, you see that like shit's growing, and I'm like mad passionate about it, and like she can't do nothing but literally just show support now.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what she's doing.
How was that moment for y'all though, realizing like where y'all felt like music is like it for me? Like I know Aunt just said he told his like story, but when did y'all feel like, yo, this is really like this is it? Like I gotta be doing music. Like
I could say for me it was like young, super young.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, tell them, give them the whole spiel, bro. Because we didn't get your
history.
Yeah, we didn't get your come up story.
I mean, it's, you know what, like, I just know it started young just because, and obviously I don't like vividly remember shit when I was like 5.
Yeah.
But hella pictures of me just on like the snare drum, just at like little family parties, like.
Make a lot of sense. That's that DB Bell.
I would be like a 5-year-old playing like, probably annoying the shit out of my whole family, but just bashing that thing, like, and then over time, like, I mean, my uncle was in a jazz band, so I feel like I was just like surrounded by like inspiration. Yeah, like I almost like couldn't escape it, because it's like, if I was seeing family, there was music. My pop, so like my dad's dad was a DJ, so like my grandma's basement is like a record library. Like walk down, like little house, but you walk down and it's just like the whole shit, like a big basement of just vinyl records everywhere. So whenever I'm there, I'll grab a few, and it's like, what I'm saying is it's just more inspiration. I mean, with beats, I feel like in high school I took it was like a little music tech class, and it was Logic that they were like teaching us, and the homework would be like make a beat or make a or like remix this commercial. So once I learned
Math 24.
Right. So I would stay after school just for that class. Like, teacher would be asleep type shit. We'd be in the back making noises, like staying after school, like, because I don't know. It was just you would stay in that class because there'd be all the desktops. You know what I mean? And we literally we would blast the speakers. He's still asleep somehow. Right. So I mean, I feel like that was like the intro to at least like digitally making music. Because I kind of had it as a background just from the drumming shit and all that. So, yeah, once I learned Logic, I feel like it was like, it seemed like there was like patches in it, but like it really was like nonstop, just like experimenting on it. So, I feel like that's it.
Logic gang.
Nah, I just remember something about really why I started rapping. It was because I was a freshman in high school, and I was a weird ass boy. I was fat as hell, bro. I was weird, and then it was like the show on the show in the morning.
I didn't even know he was fat.
Nah, bro, I was fat until quarantine. I just got skinny in quarantine. I swear. But nah, like nobody knew me at all in high school, and then it was like the show in the morning, and like they had like an interview with like one of the SoundCloud rappers at the school, and then we walked, bro. We walked in the hallway, bro. And this man had all girls on him talking about, oh, I saw you on the show. I was like, yo, I text my mom, bro. I was like, Mom, I'm rapping. And I just started doing it. Because I was like, I want to be on the TV show and get girls. And then at the end of that year, because I never went to high school after that. But at the end of that year, I was on a TV show.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that. I'm gonna tell my story after we get to the rest of this thing. I'm gonna tell them, but kind of had a similar thing with me, bro. I'm gonna take my story. We grew up with you, bro. So how did it happen for you?
For me, I grew up like my dad played in a band. He was a drummer. Yeah, like this band. Yeah, and he played for.
I'm learning a bunch of new shit.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
Yeah, he played for Vietnamese weddings and shit. I'm Vietnamese, by the way. So like, I just be there at the wedding with him. Like my mom be there, I be with him. I just be like, fuck, I don't even know how I saw a baby picture of me recently. It was me just like chilling right next to him while he was playing on stage, baby. So after that, like I got into like violin. So I was at elementary, I played violin for like 2 years. But then my mom was bitching. She was like, man, this shit too like loud. Like, you know what I'm saying? I be practicing like late at night and shit. And she be irked. So she's like, nah, start bitching, stop playing. And then I just got a drum, started playing the drum, I used to listen like fucking, for just all the rock music type shit. And I just be playing, like trying to like, you know what I'm saying, play along with it.
Yeah.
Mom started bitching again, so like, fuck it, yo. So got my desktop computer, started going through shit. I found out like, I used to listen to, like on YouTube, I could be listening to instrumental. Like I go on LimeWire, and download the instrumental without the lyrics, vocals, and I just listen to that shit all day. And like, on my singing shit, you know, everybody doing that singing shit. Yeah. So like, I used to look up like, you know what I'm saying, the song, and then I just be like singing, like a lyric, like basically karaoke. That's where I got that shit from my parents too. My parents, yeah, they karaoke all day, every day. Right when they get off to work, boom, blast that shit, and start singing. So I used to be down there when I'm singing, I used to be down there singing. And I remember this, one of my aunt's wedding, I sang, like, at the wedding, I was a ring bearer, I sang at the wedding, I don't know why, I guess like as a gift to my uncle and my aunt. Like this one Vietnamese song that I'd be singing with my parents, bro. I was like probably 10 years old, bro. Yeah, and then came over here, I met Peter, my boy Peter, shout out my boy Peter. He put me on FL and shit, he crack, like he bought the crack joint, we just be on that shit all day. So if it wasn't for him, I probably would have been, I would have started later, you know what I'm saying? But he put me on the FL shit, so then I met Dad, linked up with Dad from his older brother at school. And we just linked up after that.
Yeah, damn, like, everybody listen to me. All want to be singing, man.
That inspired me, so you know what I'm saying, that's That's kind of wild, but I just came home with it.
Bro, we was beginners together for
Yeah.
I started like making music around the same time he started making beats. So like shit was ass together. You feel me? And just progressively got
Yeah,
better. So,
bro.
like,
Yeah, man.
that's the best way for real, like it made like I be in the stew sometimes and I be like, yo, this shit is fucking ass. Like and then I listen back to the shit that like we used to make just playing around like yo
I couldn't even do
we
that.
came like such
So
a long
far.
way, bro.
So
Like
far.
this shit is fire compared to what this shit is. Like I'm just in my head, like
Ooh, man.
you know what I'm saying? But like it's just crazy.
Yeah, that's it, bro. It's the journey. Real quick, I'm gonna go finish it off. We all want to sing. I'm gonna tell you how my shit. I used to be in the room, and I Trey songs and fucking Chris Brown. You said, yo, we'll come on the fucking radio. And of course, I had my little brothers. We be in that shit. You know, the video. We walking down the street doing the dance. We be in that shit trying to mimic that shit.
Exactly.
That was I couldn't fucking sing. I'm like, damn, man, I can't sing, but I want to sing. I remember when I had my first girlfriend. Remember like the razor phones and shit. I remember one time I had.
No roller joint razor.
Yeah, you young man.
That was like the cool
Alright.
phone.
That was the phone to have, bro.
His first
He
phone
came
was
up-
iPhone.
Yeah, iPhone 12.
It was.
He was already FaceTiming.
The first one with no home button, bro.
Right, Tetris.
You don't know no home button.
Yeah, yo, so
iPhone.
my first, so I had, you know, I don't know, y'all don't do ringtones no more, but we used to do ringtones like specific people, right? So my ringtone was like Trey songs, like Wonder Woman, like my first girlfriend. Like, and I remember one time I came to school, we had like a field trip or whatever, and I was looking for, you know, you supposed to walk, hold your hands together on the field trip, and I seen she was walking with my homie. And then they like, I'm like, damn, what's going on? Like, and she like, yeah, I go with him now, or whatever. Yeah, man. He's still my friend to this day though, man. But that shit hit my heart. So that made me, I started listening to R&B so heavy after that. I was like 10, like R&B so fucking heavy after that. So that kind of got me into music. And then rap though, I let my brother hold my Xbox one time, and he sent it back to me with all, like we had to burn CDs and shit still. You know, this is pirate finger time. Yeah, we had to burn CDs still. He put like Lil Wayne, put the card on there, and I listened to that shit every day. All day. Like that was like my first introduction, like really into like loving, like falling in love with music was like Lil Wayne, like the Carter. And that kind of got me into music and then evolved through it since then. But yeah, man, El Don, man, I would never tell you that either, bro. You took my girl in fucking 4th grade, but it had me fall in love with music, so you know, I don't know. We have, we good, and then we still ain't good. We gonna talk about that shit too.
Now you know what's crazy? He really one of the main reasons I make music, bro. I told you that, right? Yeah, bro. Cause the first concert I ever went to was an Beale concert. Because I was in like middle school, I would say, and all the white girls was like, "Y'all going to an Beale concert?" I was like, "I don't know who that is, but hell yeah, I'm going, bro." I was like, "Hell yeah, I'm going, bro." Bro, so I went, pulled up, bro. I don't know, I joined it was just the energy in there, like maybe like one rap, cause like I said, like you said, bro, we're all from literally the same area, bro. So it's like, I don't know, just going there.
Your birthday party?
Nah, it was one before that, and then, like, I want to say a year after, couple months.
When?
Your birthday party.
Yeah. It was.
Couple months after.
So that the first drum was in like February or March, and my birthday party was in July. So it was like 4 months later.
Yo, so it turns out, right, he had another jump. I pulled up, of course, same reason. White girls.
Yeah.
Same
reason, justifiable.
Bro, turns out, bro.
He didn't come for me.
I didn't. I really didn't. But look, yo. Turns out, all three of us were in the same room.
there too, bro.
We were in the same room.
Yeah, I was on some fucking X-Men.
We didn't even know. Yeah, we didn't even know.
Bro, this
it
was
was
like
Porsche.
3 years ago? 3 years ago?
Yeah, it was 2019.
They ain't even know.
Not too deep.
Bro, that was around the time like we just started like talking to him and he just started noticing me. So like during that show, like he just stopped mid performance and then dapped me up, bro. Like literally with everybody watching, I was like, bro, this shit is crazy. Like, that also was like, yo, I want this. Like, like everybody just watching that shit. Like, I was like,
I didn't even have an Instagram.
I didn't have an Instagram. But yeah, my experience like that. I mean, like I said before we move on to the next questions and shit. I was at a club. This was before Fabulous was like headlining. He had to do a walkthrough, And literally, I'm in the crowd, general population with the club. He up there, he on stage. He got all the chicks, all the niggas in the other sections. They all dabbing him, pointing to him, everything. Literally, I'm standing there like, yo, I'm not supposed to be down here.
Yeah.
I don't want to rap too, but I'm not supposed to be right here with the rest of these regular motherfuckers. Like I'm not supposed to be right here, yo. And literally, this was like what? I know Fabulous now, but like literally, we just was in Virginia, like down there together like 2 weeks ago. And we all was on the stage doing it, like literally on stage and sitting there. My brother taped it. I told my story like that on the podcast a few years. He's like, yo, it was crazy how he was in the club and he was in the crowd watching them on stage, and now we up here partying with them and shit like that. I'm just like, yo,
law of attraction, bro.
like that's how shit works sometimes. Like literally, like
Law of attraction.
she was the same fucking person, then we ended up in the same fucking spot. Like, but yeah, that's literally how shit goes sometimes, bro. Like people really gotta speak that shit into existence and work towards that shit, make that shit happen. Like
I don't even know how this shit happened.
bro.
Oh, I gotta play on some shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, who spoke about their concert? You should your first. You went to an. What was your first concert? You should an Beale show.
Yeah, not my first rap
I
concert.
want to ask who was the first concert y'all ever went to? Like who was the
Rihanna.
artist? Rihanna.
Yep.
My shit was.
And J. Cole.
I have the worst one.
Who was it?
No, I have the worst one.
You don't.
Who was it?
Akon.
Oh,
Atlantic City.
bro, he was
Wow.
Akon was him.
Yeah, but bro, my first concert, like of all concerts, bro, Akon. I fuck with Akon.
Yeah,
I respect Akon.
I get what you're saying,
I'm just
bro. I
saying,
get what you're saying. It's
concerts, it wasn't like, to me, it wasn't like a star-studded. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't in awe. Like I just watched.
Yeah,
it.
like it was Akon. Like
Yeah.
this with Akon, but it was Akon.
Like for me, knowing what I know now about concerts,
Yeah.
I would have.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, 'cause my shit was Taylor Swift. Like, it's a long story, right? But yeah, it was like
Who was yours on?
my joint, bro. My first two concerts that I ever went to was Summer 16. I don't know which one was first, but it was either the Drake Summer 16 one or the Lil Uzi one. So it was the Lil Uzi one.
Uzi in 16.
It was in the Fillmore.
Mine was 16.
It was in the Fillmore, bro, and like that shit was crazy. Like that whole summer, like that was life changing for me.
What
bro.
else?
Like,
Yeah, Taylor Swift was the first person that changed my life in a concert I ever seen was Tory Lanez. Went to see Tory Lanez. That nigga was on the fucking ceiling, on the speakers, swinging, and walking in the crowds, a bunch of shit. I'm like, yeah, no, this nigga this shit is crazy. I need to do more shit like this. So let's get back into asking the question. So Ant, getting your first like rapping and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How was it when you actually got to like your first look, like where you felt like you was making progress in your music career? Like what point you there?
First point, honestly, I'm gonna have to say when I got the song with Core, Jesus, because at the time I was just like a random dude. Like I had like one or two songs out, and like I don't know, I just am fortunate enough to like have like talent, and like I've been working towards it. Like you said, you have to also work towards it. I've been working towards it so long that it was literally like opportunity met preparation. Like I worked long enough prior to that opportunity to be good enough that when the opportunity presented itself, I could have something quality. You know what I'm saying? And so my point to saying that is like I had a song that when he came in the studio inspired him and he wanted to get on it. And that's what made me say, all right, if he coming in here and like really like I got some shit to say on this, I must be doing something right.
Yeah.
And that was like my first look.
Yeah. Shout out to Craig. I talked to Craig up there, man. He's never been a guy to track him. He wanna sit there and do some shit, but yeah, man, you know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's it. Let me see what else we got going on here. So I also want to ask, what has been like doing music, right? We talked about like the hardships, the journey, everything like that. What would you say is like has been like your toughest like just challenge you faced like just doing music? Like has it been like a sacrifice you made along the way, or just walking away from something?
Nah, the toughest thing to me has just been like one, what it does to like the people around you. Like when you start getting a certain level of success, like I don't know, people just start like assuming a lot of shit that like you're good financially, emotionally, like mentally, like, you know what I'm saying? And it just becomes a lot. And just, you know, like everybody who reaches a certain level of success or certain accolades has also went through a certain level of sacrifice.
Exactly.
And sacrificed, you know, relationship,
A bunch of shit.
fucking, a lot. So it's just, the hardest part is just realizing that what I've already accomplished, I had to sacrifice like a certain ratio of stuff to get where I'm at.
Yeah.
So now, getting to where I want to go, what's that ratio? You know, and it's like every day is like you gotta take the good with the bad, and it's just coming to that realization. It's like it's never gonna get easier.
No.
The more goals that I reach, the harder it's gonna get, and it's like realizing that it's like, all right, this is what I'm choosing.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Having that type of transparency and knowing that what it like, because some people don't realize that type of shit, and for the people that don't really understand, like you said, like people just assume certain shit about you.
Yeah.
Like, people will look, and it's so crazy because people will go look from the outside looking at like when you reach a certain level, that's when you're most paranoid. That's when you feel like you're going through the most you can fucking go through. And people just assume that, oh, you should be doing good. You know, you this and you got this and this happened.
You gotta think,
it's like I'm over here hurting.
The scrutiny is crazy because it's like, it's so many different personalities that like project their feelings and like what they think you're thinking onto you, that it's like you gotta think like, not even me, like if let's just say Future posts a tweet that says some like ridiculous shit, right? It could be a quote that he saw somewhere, he could be tweeting song lyrics from another artist, it could be anything. And anybody could take that and make it into some fuck shit like, oh, Future is depressed, or Future is this, or Future is cheating on his baby mom, or you know what I'm saying? And it's just like living with that. It's like, bro, it don't even matter like what you do or how you feel. Like people are gonna take whatever you put out and take it and repackage it and project it however they think you feel, or whatever they think you mean by whatever you project out. So it's like, bro, it's almost like you gotta turn the world off and just be in your own bubble and fuck whoever thinks what, bro. Like, and just know in yourself that like you're being a good person, you're living up to your own standards of you know what I'm saying, who you think you are.
It goes back to the journey is the destination.
Exactly.
Like it's, you know.
Yeah, and living for yourself too. Sometimes it's hard though, man. Like, of course you get into, a lot of times when people fail to realize is, because I usually get called selfish a lot, right? For the simple fact that shit like that, I said I would be in the bed with my girl and I get a call saying come to the club at 1 a.m. and I'm going. And a lot of times you'll get caught like you're selfish, or you know, everybody thinks that everything is you doing it all for self, but the bigger picture here is that this is not for me. Like I'm doing this because I know at the end I'm gonna be able to bless everybody else. Yeah. Everybody else is gonna be good. Yeah. Right? And a lot of time we'll go through that. I've gone through that so much in my life. People telling me like, you know, you all for self. You don't see past anybody but yourself. And I was like, yo, I'm the most selfish person out in the fucking world. Yeah. Like I'm not doing this shit for me. I'm doing this shit for everybody. If I go fucking sign for $1 million and I come back, I got you here, and I'm gonna show y'all how I did it. So that way I make sure y'all do it too. And then the cycle repeats. Y'all go to the next people, somebody that you know, close to you. Yeah. So it's like, that's the whole thing. It got to start somewhere. The foundation has to start somewhere from somebody to be able to pass it on. Right. And a lot of times, like I said, some people are just so comfortable or so scared to live outside of that, like to just think like, oh, if I do this, like, I'm scared, I can't go this far, I can't try this, I can't do this. I'm like, yo, yes you can, yo. You just limit yourself. Like a lot of people they're just scared to take the next step or just think outside of fucking how like people think, or like how society has made shit look for people. Like a lot of people are scared to take those steps, and I'm so against that. Like I'm so against that. Like I want people to like. I just started a blog to where as though I got creatives like from all over. Like literally anybody can run a blog. The blog is like free range, ran by anybody. I go get a bunch of creatives like, yo, what do you like posting? Food? Okay, post it. Like art? Cool. Music? Cool. Post it. I don't give a fuck. Whatever interests you, put it out there because it's somebody like that thinks just like you think, or is gonna see like look the same way you look. Like, and it's like a lot of times like I ran into like a people where I want to start this idea, and they was like, yeah, no, I'm not really feeling that. Like we don't really want to do that. I'm like, why not? We can't keep limiting like the creators and stuff. Like at some point we gotta let people have their own outlet to put out whatever it is they want to fucking put out.
Right.
I don't care what it is. Like whatever it is that interests you, go ahead and go ahead and chase the shit. Like because at the end of the day, you need people like that that's gonna tell you like, because you're already subconscious, you're thinking to yourself like this shit ain't gonna work. Last thing you need is another person telling you this shit ain't gonna work. Like,
have you ever seen a picture of Jeff Bezos just like chilling in that room?
Yeah, little ass closet with the fucking
like, bro, that's literally everything you need right there.
That's
bro.
it.
Like,
that's it.
People wasn't believing in him there, obviously. Like, feel me? But that's the type of shit that goes the farthest.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, you really just gotta like, if you know that shit is something, like you gotta keep going with that.
Yeah, yeah. So who is? I'm gonna go around the room and get from y'all musically working. Who is some of the people we talk about like who inspired y'all? But who are some people y'all like inspired to like work with like eventually? Like somebody you like, this is like a dream collaboration for me if I get to work with this person. Like
Uzi.
Uzi.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I'm not mad at Uzi.
I ran into him too.
I ran into Uzi. I was drunk. I was trying to interview. I was fucked up like real bad. Like it was. It was a bad night. I'm not gonna lie. It was a bad night.
Nah, that kind of shook. I don't want to get shook up.
I definitely want to fuck with P&B Rock.
P&B?
Definitely, yeah, I fuck with P&B heavy. Drake, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
For me, it's definitely Future
Future.
and Thug.
Thug on some shit.
I can agree. I can agree with you.
Future Thug, Drake, P&B Rock.
Yeah. Anybody in YSL though, I fuck with everybody.
Yeah, every
single artist in YSL, I fuck with.
I like how all of them moving. All of them.
Right.
Yeah, you inspiration.
Yeah.
I want a song with Justin Bieber. I ain't gonna
Beeves?
Yeah, no cap, bro. That shit would go crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, you know what I want a song, bro? They don't even probably make music no more. Prodigy for Mindless Behavior. I'll get a song with Prodigy for Mindless Behavior. You know who that is, bro?
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know if it was out of your generation.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, main goal.
Yeah, it was kind of like.
It was the main goal.
Yeah, I was going into like they was still the kids era.
Nah, that was us. That was us.
I remember that.
That was us.
What you say it was?
I would say like YSL artists. But I feel like also like I would want to like push myself out of the like. I could say any rapper, but like
music, like period. Doesn't have to
I mean, I want to be in rooms of like people scoring movies and shit like that too. Like, I really want to push the box.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, that would be dope too. Like live instrument shit. But yeah,
that's dope. Dope shit. Yeah. So talk about you actually you work with like Charlie Heat and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Talk about how was that look for you when you guys got together and was working.
Like I said, like at that time, I pretty much was just like unknown.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing photography actually. I had fell back on music, and I had got like, I guess you could say, kind of lit just doing photos. Like I took pictures for just all types of people. That led me to going to LA, which is where I ended up actually meeting Charlie. And then when we came back, we just started working on music. And then, like I said, that's what the chord shit, that's how that happened. I had made some shit with Charlie. Chord came to the studio, Charlie played it, he jumped on it, and we dropped it. And then that shit, like the snippet, it just went crazy. Yeah, and then, but that's when Instagram and Twitter was like lit. And we just dropped it, and that pretty much was like my first like coming out.
Okay. Yeah. Now I ask you one more. how important is it for you? Because like I said, you when we first spoke about this, when we were supposed to do the interview or whatever, and he was like, I want all my team, I want all my guys in it with me. Let's get it done. How important is it for you to have everybody, or you want to put everybody in the picture, get everybody involved? Like, how important is it that your team kind of gets the same type of recognition for like? I mean, I can see it now, but
yeah, I mean, for me, it's just about like the camaraderie, like just the family environment. Cause like coming up, I had siblings, but I never really was around them that much. I pretty much was like the only child.
Yeah.
You know, and I just always wanted that family environment. You know, like I grew up admiring like G Unit, Dipset, like Wu-Tang, like just seeing like that. I just had the idea in my head of having like that rap crew, like them guys, like, you know, like that shit.
Yeah.
So it's like, now that I'm here, like even me just having this studio, this space for us to be able to come together and do this is literally a dream. Like I always had this idea of like, one day, like I'm gonna get a record deal, I'm gonna get my own studio, I'm gonna have my crew, I'm gonna get a studio, and like this is that.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not rich, I don't got a Bugatti, but this is that.
Yeah.
So it's like, now that I'm here and I have the platform and the ability to make it bigger than myself, I'm doing that every chance that I can. Like, I will be dumb to have all of these people around me and do this shit by myself. Cause it's like, I'm not one of them people who you gonna see just like, I'm rolling around by myself, fuck the world, it's just me. Like, nah,
right.
Bro, I'm pushing like a movement. Like, it's like niggas don't even know. People in Jersey, like, this is us, we lit. We bringing the first official like Jersey shit. Like, that's us.
Yeah, that's good shit.
So I gotta make sure that's seen and heard like every chance possible.
Yeah. But you get a lot of people, man, I done did some shit with people where I come to the studio, pull up, niggas want to sit down and all that. They're like, all right, I need all y'all niggas in the back.
It's bigger than me. This is what I'm trying to say.
Get behind the camera.
It's bigger than me.
Yeah, that's
like,
what
y'all don't even know. As big as I went, these two are taking it bigger than that. And if I have the ability to kind of usher that and bring that in and help guide that, it's my motherfucking duty to do that. You feel me? That's the difference between me and like other people. I'm not gonna be the bull to try and like hog the limelight. I don't give a fuck. If your shit is better than mine, I'm gonna push that.
Yeah.
That's my vision.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm inspired by people like Master P, Dr. Dre. Like,
that put forth.
they did music too. But they knew they did music, but they knew when to get the fuck out the way.
Yeah.
That's the difference. I'm not stubborn. Like, I'm gonna do what makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of things. We need more people like that. I need. I actually had was doing like I was heavy in the podcast. Like a lot of times, or I get looked at as like one of the pioneers, like for the podcast, man, for the city. Like there's no way you come through media in Philadelphia and you don't cross paths with Tom. Like it just wasn't possible. And like I said, me and Wallow, we got a great relationship. That's actually my guy. But before they was actually in the podcast and shit, I kind of met them. I was doing it. Like, and he kind of seen me, witnessed me up close doing it, running around. Like I said, I had my backpack all everywhere. That's how me and him run to each other backstage every fucking where. And then they kind of got into the lane, but he kind of would tell me like, you know, I actually got everything from like I watched you like do everything like, and you know, he was one of the first person I always saw do that. But I always kind of felt the way like, so like I said, well, guys, like I'm real transparent here, like. So I would always say like, well, damn, like I feel like you know, you tell me, you tell me, and that's like I respect that. But I feel like you know, it will be so much better if you would just tell like everybody. Like that's kind of the way to project this so everybody knows. So you never know who I can run into or work with. And I felt like that as they would, because Wallow and Gilly, they podcast super lit right now, like top probably 3 right now in the industry. But I always felt like damn, like niggas never went back and like explained it to everybody or told everybody. Like, you would tell me, but we'll tell this person, that person up. And I kind of felt like, like it was an ego shit, like damn. And then we kind of hashed everything out, had a conversation. He went on there the whole time he was doing that. It just wasn't like publicized or like on a big platform. Like, So I kind of felt like, damn, like I felt like a little slighted. But when I realized, I'm like, he really was doing like, you know, doing that type shit for me. I'm like, damn, I was wrong for kind of feeling like that. Like, so that kind of always taught me, like, man, listen, just be in charge of just working, doing whatever it is you gotta do. Like, don't worry about whatever, all the other shit, like, it'll come or whatever happen organically, but you just worry about whatever it is you're doing, and that'll take care of everything else.
Control what you can control.
Exactly, and that'll take care of everything else for you, and just don't worry about a lot of that shit. Like again, like I said, but a lot of the times, like, it is an ego-driven ass. Like, all this shit, it's a bunch of men. Men, they see you with a woman. I feel like I could be on the same level with him. I want to be next to that girl. So all that, and a lot of times it is women too. Like, you'll be surprised how many people I had come through and we had imaginary issues over women. Like, not even, we don't even know each other. Like, I had an interview I did with a guy, and we knew each other like just like word of mouth and just seeing people around. But we didn't know each other exactly, but we had like women in common. Like, and for some reason he thought it was like an issue for whatever reason. We didn't even know each other, but we had women in common. So women were like, oh, you know, time, this and that, and they'll be around and they'll say, oh, such and such. And he just thought it was like an issue. And I reached out and we sat down, we did that, and the whole time he was like, yo, it was never no issue to begin with, bro. Like, we don't even know each other. Like, it just was like the fact that I guess we had these type of people in common. So there's no, like, and a lot of times with guys, it just be like that. And all it takes is a fucking conversation. Like, man, all it takes is a fucking conversation to kind of just get all that shit out the way. And the next thing you know, you open the doors to working together. You never know what the fuck we can create or what the fuck we can work towards together. So I want to put that out there to the message to the guys, man. Put that ego shit to the side, bro. That shit is holding you back. I promise you.
And stop hating people because you're a girl like them. I hate that.
That too. That's big too,
bro.
That's
Anybody that doesn't like me because their girl likes me, bro.
I can believe it,
bro. It's annoying.
I can believe it.
I don't even do nothing.
I can believe it.
Stop it.
So before we wrap everything up, man, I want to go ahead and just get whatever it is you guys got working on, or what you got coming, what can we pay attention to. We can do it collectively. We can go singly down the line.
Hyzer Club.
Hyzer Club, Park Ave.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just explain the rundown.
Yeah.
Alright, so Hyzer Club is the label.
Okay.
Right? Park Ave is a collective on Hyzer Club. That's Deck, Keem,
Okay.
AG, and is there another producer?
Ben,
Yeah.
yeah, producer, but yeah, Ben.
He be
too,
producing
it's the whole
shit.
gig. It's the whole
He
gig.
be producing shit. And then Envy is a, you know what I'm saying, solo artist. But yeah, that's, you know, we're pretty much the Jersey YSL, the Jersey MMG,
Mm-hmm.
however you want to look at it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But Hyzer Club is the fucking label, and we just on a bunch of dope shit. Everybody got their own individual dope shit going on. I'm about to drop some singles. Envy got some shit he about to drop. Deck got a whole rollout he working on right now. Some new videos, some new singles. DV got placements dropping all over the fucking place. Keem got shit with me. Keem got shit with all of us actually dropping. So we all just got a whole bunch of shit going on. We just working.
I like to hear that. That's why I like to fucking hear that.
Shit, literally the first day I met Envy, me, him, and Ant made a bang.
Bro, literally though.
Yeah.
No, I forgot about that though. It was like an hour after I met him.
Yeah.
So how does an artist or a producer reach out to kind of, I think I said the DM shit, but what is it you're looking for? Like, if someone wants to come
You're
in and
looking
join
for
the
somebody who holds their own weight, who's dope in their own lane, and somebody who just understands that it's not about the individual, it's just about the whole shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's bigger than any one person.
Exactly.
And if somebody can understand that and add value to what we doing in a way that nobody else is already doing that, then come fuck with us, because we open-minded and optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
If it's dope, we get it. That's one thing I think that we all have in common. Like, we just get it.
Yeah.
Like, whatever it is, like, we just all kind of got the eye and the understanding for it. That's why we get it.
Yeah. I see, yeah. I can kind of tell the vibe, or like you said, the camaraderie. I can tell the shit. Just from saying, y'all could have met each other fucking yesterday. And sometimes it just click like that.
Exactly.
Like, it just works like that when everybody is on the same page. Like, literally. Like, and as soon as the minute I walked in there, I kind of like, and we sat down, I'm like, oh yeah, I see this shit. I see these guys.
Yeah, like, it's crazy, because it's like, we're from Jersey, and like we fit in with some of the best groups in hip hop, like person for person, like put us up against whoever. We bring in the same quality, beat quality, song quality, like charisma, look, image, everything. We up to par, and we're right here from Jersey, and somehow we all found each other. And when the dope shit comes together, nobody can stop it. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You see this shit every day in hip hop. People coming up, where are they from? What the fuck? Random ass town. Yeah. Because that shit came together, it was meant to be, and that's what this is.
Yeah, I done been around a million and one rappers, did interviews with a bunch of people, and like I said, it's all different vibes. Like, it's my job to fucking read the room, to know how the conversation and interview is gonna go.
Yeah.
And it's just sometimes, like, it just don't be there. Like I said, you come there, you got the guy, the rapper, he's like, all right, man, I'm about to do this interview, so clear this shit up. And everybody go fucking find something to do or whatever. But like I said, he was like, nah, man, I need everybody.
Because we all stars in our own right, watch.
Exactly.
All of us got our own brand individually. We all a dope person individually. You break us all down, take us apart from the group, he's still dope.
Yeah, exactly. That's how this shit should be. So just let the people know, man, where they can find y'all. Go down the line, singly, Instagram, Twitter, whatever you want to give out. Let them know where they can find you, so they can reach out. You know.
You can find me mainly on everything, mainly at Dek Amazing, DEK Amazing. So yeah.
You can find me at MVOJ, everywhere.
And Beale, I deleted my Twitter because I had too many people stalking my shit. It became unpleasant. Like I said, the scrutiny, I couldn't even tweet. But yeah, Ant Beale _ on Instagram, Ant Beale on all music platforms.
On IG, at Keep Me So Crazy, KHIEL. You so crazy.
He crazy.
Shit.
Crazy with a K.
Instagram, you can find me on. I gotta change it because it's my last name, but it's D Barlow, and the O is a 0.
Dang.
It's ridiculous. I need to change it, but there's apparently like a shit ton of other DB beats. But I'm gonna be that one.
Yeah.
Bro, once you get famous, you
should
can just make it happen.
that one DBB.
Right. Because
I appreciate y'all for sitting down with me and fucking with me, man. Or invite me to y'all stage to sit down with y'all and share the aura, man. Like I said, I love doing this shit. Love what y'all doing. Love what I'm hearing. I'm anxious to see what y'all got coming. I'm paying attention to them all. You know, already was talking that fucking with Ant, so you know, it just brought me more onto y'all. So I'm paying attention now. And yeah, yo, listeners, keep subscribing. Tap in when time flies. I got some more content coming away, man. But like I said, just get these guys these flowers today. Keep running it up. Make sure y'all follow D Barlow, not D Beats, or DB Beats.
Right.
And yeah, man, that's what I got for y'all, man. So I appreciate y'all for joining me, man, sitting down with me, man.
You already know.
Thank you.
So yeah, I got y'all, man. Till the next episode. Splat.